Hey everyone, so this is my review of Supergirl, Season 2, Episode 16, called Star-Crossed. And basically what this episode is about is Supergirl goes on high alert when a new threat comes to National City. And Wynn gets into a bit of trouble with the law when some events happen with his girlfriend. And the music mister arrives in National City. And this was a really interesting and exciting episode that had a lot of really kind of fun moments in it. And I knew from the very beginning that Mon-El was the Prince of Daxon, and I really liked how they chose to do the story with like some of the hints that they put in from the beginning, where when he originally told the story of how he escaped Daxon, it seemed like there were some like parts missing, and like it didn't seem like a full concise story. It was very brief and stuff like that. And then later in this episode, when he actually told the story of how he escaped, I like how it did have a lot more detail to it and it seemed more like a consistent story. So I really love how they chose to do that. And I really kind of like the fact that Mon-El's parents' opinion of Kara never really changed throughout this episode. They still saw her as a Kryptonian and bad and stuff like that. And no matter like how Kara acted to them or what she said to them or what Mon-El said to them about Kara, their opinion of her never really changed, and I really kind of like that they did stick so well to that story of how the Daxams view Kryptonians. And I really enjoyed the whole dinner scene that they had, and I found it really interesting like how all of them like interacted with each other. And all the scenes with Wynn were very fun and interesting with what happened between him and Lyra. And I especially enjoyed the one little scene that was shown where it shows what actually happened at the museum when the painting was stolen. And because of the fact of the alien species that Lyra is, she's invisible to cameras and stuff like that. So when it shows Wynn walking around and he's supposed to be walking around with Lyra, it just shows him. And it kind of shows him acting a bit like a crazy person because of the fact that Lyra's missing from the stuff. And I just found that really kind of fun. And then I have a really hard time accepting the ideas of Wynn taking Lyra back because of the fact that she initially started this relationship with him basically under false feelings and stuff like that because she wanted to trick him and stuff like that. And yes, somewhere along the line she might have kind of sort of developed feelings for him, but I have a hard time accepting that with all of what she did, and it just, I don't understand how he could be okay with it just because she does truly have feelings for him after all she did before she developed those feelings. And I did really like how they made like slight hints here and there in this episode of the Music Meister coming, and how they did it by like having, at the beginning of this episode, Mon-El and Kara had a conversation about musicals, and just these little things to sort of bring up that he was coming up in this episode. And then the ending when the Music Meister actually shows up was really great with how much of a mess he made in just a matter of a few minutes. It was very interesting and really great. And I'm just so excited to see what's going to happen on The Flash tonight with it finally being this musical episode. And just overall, this was a really entertaining and really kind of great episode. So yeah, that's my review of Supergirl, Season 2, Episode 16, called Star-Crossed. So yeah, bye!